Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to my TV program. No, it's not my TV program. It's my good friend Peju's program. She's going to introduce me to you today to discuss the lost soldier. Nigerian or not, UK or not, to be or not to be. Yeah, stay tuned.
So, welcome back to the channel. We've got my friend Anthony here. Anthony is a child of parents who lived in the diaspora. Anthony?
Hello, how are you? Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me about yourself? Where are your parents from originally?
My parents are originally from Nigeria, from the state of Ondo.
Okay. Nigeria, and do you speak the language?
No.
And you don't speak the language? How come?
A little bit. I speak a little. I've not been back to Nigeria for a little while. You probably can guess, hence I can't speak the language. I speak broken English because part of my family also originate from Warri, so it seemed to be more important to learn the broken English as opposed to Yoruba. But don't kill me. Maybe I'll go and take some lessons.
Okay. Can you say good afternoon in, let's try. Can you say good afternoon in Yoruba, Anthony? Let's try.
Well, I didn't know this program was going to be a comedy, but if you want, a canson.
Sorry? What did you say again, Anthony?
Yeah, so I can't speak it.
And for the record, he said encanson.
Encanson. Anyway.
It's ekason, which means good afternoon.
Okay.
Well done, Anthony. I knew I had to put that in as well.
Thank you.
Okay. You know, as a child of parents who lived in the diaspora, what has your journey been like?
What's the journey been like? I'd say for a good period of time I didn't even realize I was on a journey, you know. Growing up here, I just presumed that here was where I was from in the early days. The journey of being a kind of Anglo-African man growing up in this country is it's a double-edged sword. Yes, we all know it's great to have a British passport. It allows you to travel and move around the world freely. But then the question is, then why isn't a Nigerian passport? Why doesn't a Nigerian passport have that same kind of authority, approval to travel around the world? So there you have it. We have the privileged and the unprivileged, and who made the rules on privilege. So my journey, being in this country, you know, growing up, you quickly figure out that even though you might have been born here and you have the London or English accent, you're still not quite the same. You know, and again, as a child growing up, it takes you a little while to figure out that the colour of your skin is an issue or concern for the rest of the general population. So yeah.
I was going to say to you, but you have had very successful careers. You've worked in patenting, you've worked in banking,
yeah.
And you've worked for international organizations. You have houses, you own your own home.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more on that for us, please?
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I suppose when you put it that way, I have had a successful career. Just sheer determination, you know, to you out there, to you people out there that know about the Nigerians, you know we rock. We don't stop, we keep on trying. So as much as I may have been born in the UK, I'm still very Nigerian in the way I think and the way I apply myself to any situation. Yeah, I've had an international successful career. It has come with its challenges. Working in England, working in Europe will always have its challenges. I think for me, I've never considered, you know, being an ethnic man as any sort of disadvantage. I have put myself forward to all these opportunities just like anybody else. I don't have a chip on my shoulder. Those who do have an issue with me as being a black man, that's their problem. So with that in mind, yes, I have strived. But, you know, I'm not going to keep on talking about race or racism or what have you, but let's just say there's a lot of it out there, and you just have to be, you know, the extra 9 yards in how you apply yourself.
Okay. So would you advise people coming up, the younger ones, to probably persevere in their careers and just be ready to put in the additional work, the extra work in, you know, succeeding in their careers, in their chosen fields, if you say?
I think definitely, you know, young adults coming up, I think it's a little bit easier because, you know, people like me have already cut a path in many ways, so it's a little bit easier, but they can't afford to be asleep. Don't presume or assume that it will be given or handed to you, because it won't. You've got to definitely keep your eye on the ball, but there are opportunities out there, and you know, once you prove yourself, I think nowadays more than before, there are definitely opportunities for the ethnic youth of today. So there's no excuses, kids.
Okay, so are there businesses that you're involved with at the moment?
Right now I'm working on some business in Europe with a few people to set up an IT consultancy. What I can say is that having just finished working for a certain high-profile bank in the UK, I've spent the last 6 months coaching and mentoring graduates, youths, as to how to perform, how to integrate, how to put their best self forward in the roles. Because if you've come out of university, you know, it's still all new, getting your first job. All you know about is how to hand in your assignment per se. So I've worked with graduates over the last 6 months, and so with that kind of background experience, I will look to take on board some freshers once my consultancy is up and running. It may or may not be a paid opportunity, but it will definitely give them experience, and that's very key.
Okay, so you would recommend that the young ones now look for someone to mentor them in terms of the career path they choose.
Absolutely.
And your consultancy, I don't know, have you formed it yet? Would you want me to put the link to your consultancy, or that will be at a later date?
It will be at
a later date.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. It's a good opportunity, you know, like I would think, for those who are able to get onto, you know, being mentored. Absolutely. Into getting into the career that they want. Now, Anthony, you haven't been to the country of origin of your parents in how long, please?
Oh, just a little while, not too long.
I would say 30 years or more?
20 years or so.
Oh, 20-something years.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you an only child, Anthony?
No, I'm not an only child. I do have family.
All right, okay. So your family, have they been back to Nigeria?
They have.
And it's just you that hasn't gone back to Nigeria?
Just me, due to the interesting experience I had when I did go as a youngster. So yeah.
Okay. So would I be right in saying that you're going to go to Nigeria soon?
I am going to Nigeria soon to reacquaint myself with the land of Niger. But yeah, it's going to be a big event, because yes, I haven't been back for a while, though I am very much in contact with my family there. So yeah.
So are you looking to invest in Nigeria? I think you have already, haven't you?
I have. It's an interesting scenario. I've invested in Nigeria, but I haven't seen my investments. So yeah, I've bought land in Lagos, and yeah, of course.
So you'll be going there to have a look at what you've invested in.
Indeed. And
you have people that are trustworthy that you've used to acquire the investment?
All Nigerians are trustworthy, surely. We know that.
Okay.
So absolutely nothing to worry about.
Okay, all right. That's good. Thank you very much, Anthony.
Yes.
What are your hobbies? What activities do you get involved in? I know you've went snorkeling before.
Okay, so hobbies. So I'm a certified scuba diver for the last 18 years.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You kept that quiet. I know you go snorkeling, but I didn't know, you know.
Snorkeling is it's not quite that. Scuba diving. I've been around the world and experienced different kind of seas out there, from Mauritius to Maldives to Egypt. So that's just a hobby of mine. I love to swim, so scuba diving was the next thing for me. And yes, I box. and kickbox.
Yes.
In my day, I did train up to the level of trying out for the national team.
Oh, really? In boxing?
No, kickboxing.
Oh, kickboxing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like to keep fit and healthy.
I know you like to keep fit. What else do you do, Anthony? You love traveling. You've just come back from Poland, isn't it?
Yes, I like to travel. Initially the traveling was focused around dive spots where I would dive.
Yes.
So I've done more long haul traveling as opposed to Europe. But having been an IT contractor and worked in Europe extensively, for me, jumping on the plane is the same as getting on the bus or the train. So yeah, I like to travel.
Okay. Let me take you back to your country of origin, or your parents' country of origin.
Right.
Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yourself retiring in Nigeria, or would you retire in England?
So, obviously, most people like to, most people I know would like to retire to a warm climate. And the plan would be to retire to a warm climate. So that's obviously not England. However, Nigeria wouldn't be an option because I believe at this moment in time, the medical scenario, the medical service is not quite what one would need it to be. As one gets older, they do like to know that there's a trustable, reliable doctor, nurse, hospital within the vicinity. And guys, you can't shoot me for that, because we all know the well-to-do Nigerians, when they're not well, they jump on the plane.
Yes.
So as an older person that needs medical assistance, do you really have time to get on a plane, or would you just want to go down the road? So that's the only reason Nigeria wouldn't be a consideration.
Okay.
I thought I had to justify that because, we're rooting for Nigeria. Okay.
That's fair enough, Anthony.
Okay.
That's fair enough. I was going to ask you, finally, this question is for you. Are you single or you're not single? Cut. Anthony, thank you very much for your time. My final question for you this afternoon is, what are your plans for the future? Are you looking to invest in business, expand your family, or?
Well, not expanding the family, that's for sure. The future, well, we've just come through the whole COVID thing, and a lot of us have had to sit down with our hands on our lap for the last 2 years because COVID has shut down the economy, shut down everything. So the future is to rebuild and hopefully do some more traveling and maybe be a lot more prominent in and out of Nigeria.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's good to know. And Anthony, I have to say thank you very much for your time. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll try my best.
All right. Bye-bye.